Last Friday it was International Women's Day, so it's high time to celebrate women on the European comic scene. Hi, I'm Annie, and Julie over at the Hungry Bookworm is organizing this month a fun reading event called Fierce Reads that celebrates women in fiction and non-fiction, and so I thought it was high time I talked about women in the European comic scene and graphic novel scene, as it is also Thursday, and as you may know, it is EuroComic Thursday. I talk about every Thursday about a European comic or graphic novel. Now, I must say there aren't many women in my comic book and graphic novel collection. I'm ashamed to say, but I thought it was high time I talked about this grande dame. This is the French comic book artist Annie Goetzinger. Although she did write some of her graphic novels and comics, she also worked with other writers as well. And one of them was Pierre Kristin. And The White Sultana is one of those graphic novels which she worked with Pierre Kristin. What connects the life of a young governess interviewed in her country house for a magazine article when she is an old lady, with the faith of Emma Pigot, who has died in total loneliness in a terraced house in the Whitechapel district of London. One has received everything from life as evidenced by her colorful account of her adventurous stay in the Far East in the remnants of the British colonial empire. Life has denied the other, a teacher at a school in a working class neighborhood, everything, and plunged her into a grey, monotonous existence. But then there is this small advertisement published in the Times back in 1948. One of the two women has responded to this advertisement and the other has not. This graphic novel is more of a biography than an existing thrilling kind of adventurous kind of story, but it has adventure in it as well. The story is based on the life of a certain Jenny D, who almost experienced most of the story. It tells the story of two women who seem very different at first glance. The story meanders along a bit, and I find it easy and fun to read. Annie Goetzinger did the artwork for this graphic novel, and wow, did she an excellent job in my opinion. She's one of the few comic book artists from the 1970s, along with big names like Claire Bretéché and Chantal Monteillet. She is skilled in capturing the atmosphere of the period in which the story takes place. She has also a strong historical awareness. In this album, you feel right transported back to the 1950s. I find the soft tones and illustrations beautiful and nostalgic also. I think, look, it's really realistically drawn. Look at these magnificent drawings. And here you see an adventurous scene as well. and the pastel colors are really excellent, I think. Doing some further research, like I said, she also wrote some of her comics. I have only one of those, and I don't think this one is translated into English, but it is available in French and in Dutch, that I am sure of. And that is Legende et Réalité de Casque d'Or, or Legende en Waarheid over Goudkopje. It is the story of the life of Amélie Elie. And she was a prostitute in the Belle Époque era. She is involved in the fight between two Parisian gangs. Amélie, aka Casque d'Or, really existed, and she was being fought over by two gang leaders back in Paris. I wish I could say Goetzinger did an excellent job at writing this story, but I have to say it seems to me more a couple of events, situations that are weaved together or sewn together. They seem like a bit like loose end rather than one story. And now I have to give a bit of a spoiler. That is that reading the Wikipedia page of the real Amélie Elie, she died of tuberculosis back in 1933, but Goetzinger makes two different endings to this story. One ending is that Amélie gets stabbed when working at a fair. And the other one ends when Amélie is an old lady and she is impoverished and she is just poor. She's just pitiful, a woman to be pitied. So this ending left me a little bit confused, but I have to say, in defense of Goetzinger, that this story is only 46 pages, so maybe she could have done a better job were she given more pages to tell the story. And in this comic also, it is really the illustrations are really beautiful, and I like the way the panels are put together. The Art Deco, Art Nouveau, the Jugendstil kind of panels, which was a highly popular art form back at the turn of the century of the 1900s, in which this story is set. I also saw there was a film about the life of Casque d'Or, of the Amélie Elie, and there was a French film which starred none other than Simone Signoret. And as I remember correctly, this was the film where Simone Signoret's career really took off. To conclude, I can highly recommend the White Sultana and, well, Legende et Réalité de Casque d'Or is okay too, and you can always enjoy the drawings Annie Goetzinger did, because they are also excellent in my opinion. Now I'm curious. I'd like to know, have you read any of the graphic novels and comics by Annie Goetzinger? Because I have only read comics and graphic novels she drew. The only graphic novel I read of her that she also wrote was the story of Casque d'Or. So I'm really curious if she wrote better graphic novels and comics. And if I made you curious, please pick up the White Sultana. As always, thanks for watching.